Howdy folks, welcome to the brewery. Swindle Me Summer Ale, US-05, fermented cold. Time to get a taster on this fella and see how she's gone. So before we get into that, big shout out and thumbs up to all Little John's Patreons. Their support keeps the channel going. If you're interested in finding out what Patreon's about, links down below, jump on, have a look. Other than that, if you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button. That way you get notified when anything's happening on the channel, new videos and stuff like that. You don't miss anything. Hit the like button while we're going. It all helps out. Anyway, Swindle Me Summer Ale. This isn't about the beer, it's more about the yeast. I'll put a link up to Brew Day. This is a simple This is a simple ale. 3.3 kilos of Gladfield's ale malt, 250 grams of flake corn in a 20 litre batch. Brew in a bag, pretty much full volume in the nano kettle. Nice and simple. Mash, got a little bit of hop in here. We got some Amarillo and Citra through the boil. Bit of strata, flame out, and then a dry hop of strata after 4 days. But the big thing here is the US-05 on the cool ferment. I've pitched 1 gram a litre of US-05 onto this brew in the all-rounder, stuck it in the fridge. Fridge was temp controlled at 12 degrees. That first 48 hours, the ferment itself was sitting between 13 and 14 degrees with a little bit extra thermic heat coming from the ferment. But we're still down there nice and cool. From that third day on, she was sitting at that 12 degrees. I said, day 4 I dry hopped. Day 5 we went away. This is where we struck into a little bit of a problem. We had a blackout while I was gone. I don't know how long before that had happened. But when we got home after what was about 20 days into the ferment, the beer itself, the water was sitting on about 15.5 degrees. And I think that would have been about as warm as it got. So it did stay cool, but I'm not exactly sure how long it stayed at that low 12 degrees for. But certainly the bulk of the ferment and certainly the growth phase of the yeast, where it is going to throw most of its issues, was certainly done in that nice low temperature range. The beer's nice and light coloured. It's fairly clear. It's a little bit hazy as such, but it is clear. Not much of a head. Let's see how she goes. Okay. Okay, there's no weird nose there. All I can really smell is the bit of malt, a bit of corn, touch of hop. But the mouth is very, very crisp. It's quite clean. Snappy, fresh. very lager-like. It really is. Beer itself has got some nice malt sweetness. There's a nice bit of late hop expression there from the strata. A little edge of gentle passion fruit with some citrus through the middle. But that 05 has just done a really nice job I mean, I couldn't have asked for it to be more lager-like than what it is, and I wasn't even really intending for it to be completely lagerish. I wasn't really expecting that. I was just looking for that light, clean, fresh ale finish. I mean, summer ale, it's a brew that it dances that line between lager and an ale, but obviously you normally can't get that level of crispness that you do from a lager. So it's definitely done that. I can't say for sure what difference the cold temperature has had on the actual ferment time, whether it's made it longer or not. I didn't get a hydro reading on day 4, because I don't think I did. I'm just checking on Brewfather here. Nope, there's nothing there. I've got no measurement. I didn't think I did. So yeah, that's the only issue I've got with this. Is I didn't actually have that, so I don't know if it took anything longer. End of the day, due to it being away, this brew was 22 days from ferment day, from brew day to getting kegged. Now, as I said, a lot of that's because I was away and factors that I put into the beer, not the beer itself. So I think the beer itself would probably have finished a lot quicker than, say, a standard lager would have. And it's certainly drinking nice and clean and fresh for its age. It's about 27 days, 28 days old. 11, 16, 26. 26 days old, so not quite 4 weeks in the keg, and it's drinking absolutely lovely. So from that point of view, it's definitely given you an improved time frame than what you normally expect for a lager. I certainly wouldn't be expecting to be drinking a lager at its best under 4 weeks from hitting the keg. I would normally be looking at 6 weeks or longer before expecting it to really hit that point where it's good and drinking. This is well and truly there. It's been, I think, probably 2 weeks since did have a sneaky sample on this. It's definitely much cleaner and crisper now than what it was 2 weeks ago. So it's quite feasible that sort of 3 week mark in the keg would have been acceptable to have been drinking it, which for me is a more than adequate, more than satisfactory turnaround on a beer. 3 weeks and drinking well. That's a thumbs up as far as I'm concerned. So I think this process needs a little bit of further experimenting with. I'd like to do this side by side with a lager, do a lager and the US-05 at the same temp, at that 12 degrees, down that lager temp range, and see how the actual ferments compare and how the conditioning time compares, because that's really going to be the true indication of whether it's a successful and workable option. I did watch a video this morning where the brewer from Grassy Knoll in Wollongong indicated that he's brewing his cold IPA with, well, he just said nail yeast, I'm assuming US-05 at 12 degrees. So it's commercially being done, and I see no reason here why anyone at home can't do it. The beer itself, I'm pretty happy with. Could do with a couple of little adjustments, mainly around, I think, bringing the mash temperature up instead of going back and looking at the actual brew day. I think for what I was after for a summery ale, could probably do with a little bit higher mash temp, just so it doesn't finish quite so low. Finished at 10-10, probably could have done with finish at 10-11, 10-12, but that's a totally different subject. If I was trying to make a fake lager, no, I've got to say it's been absolutely nailed with that beer. So, guys, got any comments, any questions? As always, stick them down the bottom. Happy to have a chat about the process, the beer, anything like that. Again, patrons, thank you guys for your support. Subscribers, thank you as well. Everybody who supports the channel, thank you very much. Hit the like button if you haven't done so. Hit the subscribe button, become a patron, whatever it is. But that's me, Little John. US-05 cold ferment, success, without a doubt. So, that's me. Until I see you again, we're brewing beer, drinking beer or talking beer. Good brewing.